They are trying. They are actually trying to make the Tea Party people feel like they've done something wrong.
Yeah.
And listen to her response.
In Wetumpka, we are patriotic Americans. We peacefully assemble. We petition our government. We exercise the right to free speech. And we don't understand why the government tried to stop us. I'm not here as a serf or a vassal. I'm not begging my lords for mercy. I'm a born-free American woman, wife, mother, and citizen. And I'm telling my government that you've forgotten your place.
Stop.
Wow, is that good?
Listen to that.
Wow, that is
if this was
brilliant.
any other cause, that woman would be on the front page of every paper, lead every newscast, and she would be the icon of this movement.
Had somebody said that during the Bush administration, they'd be a superstar right now.
Look at Cindy Sheehan.
Everywhere.
Look at Cindy Sheehan, what she became because of that. Here's a woman speaking power, speaking right to power. You are out of line. She knows exactly what can happen to her. She knows what Congress is like. And yet she speaks without fear. Listen to that. Do you have that courage? Play it again, Sam.
In Wetumpka, we are patriotic Americans. We peacefully assemble. We petition our government. We exercise the right to free speech. And we don't understand why the government tried to stop us. I'm not here as a serf or a vassal. I'm not begging my lords for mercy. I'm a born-free American woman, wife, mother, and citizen. And I'm telling my government that you've forgotten your place.
Wow. It's powerful.
Here's McDermott blaming the Tea Party for asking for tax-exempt status.
None of your organizations were kept from organizing or silenced. We're talking about whether or not the American taxpayers will subsidize your work. We're talking about a tax break. If you didn't come in and ask for this tax break, you would have never had a question asked of you. You could go out there and say anything you want in the world. And I get the feeling that many of you and my Republican colleagues just don't believe, or you believe you should be free from political targeting, but that you should be free from any scrutiny at all.
Oh, my gosh.
How amazing is that?
Oh, my gosh. I would not have been able to stay silent.
Oh, I wouldn't have either.
Oh, my gosh.
First of all, you use the word subsidize. You're not subsidizing them, you misguided,
Willikers, you
misguided individual.
You misguided individual.
Thank you.
It's
oh man,
a tax break is keeping more of your own money. You're not giving me any money. You're not subsidizing me.
And by the way, if you don't like it, I'm with you, Mr. McDermott. I'm with you. I'm not going to give you the respect of congressman or senator anymore. You're Mr. That's exactly who you are. Get off your high horse.
I didn't think Pat was going to be that respectful.
No.
I think a different word other than Mr. was coming.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I think...
Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
Abolish the IRS, Mr. McDermott. Abolish the IRS.
And then
You're
they won't
exactly
come to
right.
you for a tax
Nobody
break.
will come to you for a tax cut.
You set up the freaking
Right.
system, and now you've got
Exactly
people
right.
who are abiding by that system, and then you're blaming them for it.
Right. You want to talk
Oh,
about
my
tax?
gosh.
You want to talk about tax breaks? Good. Let's talk about all of them. Let's talk about Greenpeace. Let's talk about the tax breaks for the NAACP. Let's talk about tax breaks for all of them. Let's throw them all out the window. Abolish the IRS. Throw them all out the window. Everybody pays a flat tax. Throw them all out of the window.
I love that idea. I was curious to see, though, if the Democrats understood what was going on there yesterday, which was this was not something where we were trying to find whether something inappropriate occurred.
Yeah.
They McDermott was making an argument as if they were trying to find out if something occurred that was bad.
Right.
The IRS has already admitted that.
Yeah, they apologized.
They apologized.
Why would
for
you
it.
apologize?
They had to. I remember this. They had to set up an apology.
Right, but that's exactly right. But that's why McDermott. That's why it's even more outrageous.
Yeah, exactly.
They've already apologized for it, and he still is excusing it, which tells you that in the secret conversations in the hallways and the whispers between the good old boys, they're just saying we did the right thing anyway. Exactly what the IRS basically said. We didn't break a law. Is it unethical? I don't know. You could argue that. That's what McDermott is saying. No, we abided by the law. We're just playing the game, brother. Well, you know what, Mr. McDermott? We're not playing a game. We believe our country is at stake. You've been playing a game. How long? Find out how long that weasel's been in Congress. He's been playing a game for years and years and years to the tune of $17 trillion. To the tune of $17 trillion, so much money that now Ed Schultz has to jump on the gold bandwagon and he has to start talking crazy talk like this is the Titanic and we're never going to survive.
He's been serving since 1989.
Yeah.
1989.
Yeah. Jim McDermott is exactly who that what's it? Wetumpka Tea Party head was talking about. He's forgotten his place.
Yeah, he has.
He believes that they should apologize to him for daring to come to him and look for subsidies.
Look how nice he's been. He's allowed
them.
He's allowed not pay taxes on charity.
Exactly. He's the Lord that she's not going to apologize to.
This whole thing in Washington needs to be fumigated. It is a swamp, and it needs to be fumigated. Let me go to Paul Ryan, because Paul Ryan actually responded to McDermott. Cut 235.
I'm going to deviate from my original question in response to what I just heard.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Welcome to Washington.
The committee will be in order. Ryan has the time.
We heard Gingrich, we heard Bush.
Mr. Chairman.
And then look at that. Multiple times, Jim McDermott tries to stop him.
Yeah.
Tries to shut him down from responding. It's just amazing.
We had the former IRS Commissioner Shulman, who knew about the political targeting long before Congress was told, since implied that the organizations were responsible for the targeting because they chose to apply for tax-exempt status. So you're to blame, I guess, is the message here. Do you think that you were targeted based upon your political beliefs, your religious beliefs, or just because you chose to apply?
Our beliefs, our views.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing because they're the only ones. The only ones who were targeted were Tea Party and like-minded, like 912 projects and conservative groups. Other groups were looked into, like 46 of them or something, but they were not targeted. The only ones that they specifically looked for so that they could give extra scrutiny to were conservative groups. That's what this is about. It's not that nobody else was looked into.
America, hear me clearly. You are on the right side if you believe the IRS is out of control. If you would actually stand for this, if this were being done to the left, you would be sadly mistaken. You would be wrong. This cannot happen to any American, and you have the golden opportunity. I've never thought in my life we could abolish the IRS. I've never thought you could overturn that. You have the opportunity right now. You have the opportunity to abolish the IRS. Instead, what are you doing? You're allowing them to give them even more power through our silence, through our not surrounding that building and say, abolish the IRS, without demanding that the IRS has not even responded to Congress yet. They were given 2 weeks to respond and give all the facts. They haven't responded. They said, okay, we'll give you another week. They didn't respond again to that one. Why have we not bolted those doors closed? Why have we not seized their assets? Why have we not frozen their payrolls? Why have we not done that? Congress should be demanding. Congress holds the purse strings. Congress should shut down the IRS until they comply. Because I have news for you. They do it to you. They do it to me. They do it to every single business, anybody they want to without a warrant. They padlock your doors. They lock you up. They throw you in jail. They fine you until you just beg for mercy. Well, what's good enough for the goose certainly is good enough for the gander. Why is Congress? Ask yourself, why is Congress pussyfooting around with the IRS? They have the power to shut them down. You comply or you go to jail. You're in contempt of Congress. Shut them down. Enough with the speeches. Shut them down, Congress. And don't you ever forget, you do have the power. You do. I don't know how much longer you have the power, but you do have the power right now. And if people would get together and they would march peacefully, they would stand, and they would make the case right now, abolish the IRS, you have a chance. But if we don't worry. They just become in control of your health care at Christmas.